Today, in a seated position, making any adjustments that are necessary to make your seat more comfortable, whether that's rolling the mat up, sitting on your blanket, your block. Start to draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Pull the chin back towards the throat. Close your eyes. And just start to settle. Try to be heavy through the seat and very light through the crown of your head. Letting go of the noises coming from around you. Start to tune in to the sound of your breath. Slowing every breath down. Trying to move the breath solely through the nose so the lips are closed. Maintain a relaxed jaw. And just work on full expansion of your lungs. From the belly, through the rib cage, right up to the collarbones. Emptying from the collarbones down through the rib cage, ending the exhale, drawing the navel towards the spine. And just let that breath flow. Steady, controlled. Using the control of your breath to help you begin to control the mind and all its fluctuations. Whatever thoughts surface, acknowledge them, let them go. Whatever distracts you, acknowledge it and let it go. Can you make your spine just a little bit straighter? And if the Ujjayi breath is a part of your practice, start to constrict the glottis, narrow the airways so that you begin to hear the sound of both your inhale and your exhale. Almost like you were trying to fog up a window, that same sort of engagement in the throat, even though the breath continues to move through just the nose. Good. Let's reach that right hand around and behind the back, planting it right directly behind the spine, fingers point away. And as you inhale, let your left arm float up to the sky. And then reach across for the outside of the right leg and begin to twist your chest, your head, and finally your eyes as far to the right as they'll go. Keep the neck long. Good. Take another inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to your furthest. Inhale, look forward and return to center. Take your left hand around and behind you. Fingers point away. Inhale, let that right arm float up. Stretch tall. Exhale, reach across for the outside of the left leg, turning your chest and your head. And finally, your eyes as far to the left as they'll go. Closing the eyes, continue to breathe deeply. How much can you turn and rotate your spine? Good, take another inhale, grow even taller. Exhale, twist to your furthest, and then inhale, look forward and return to center. Good, let's make our way into table pose. So come to stand on the hands and the knees, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips or sitting bones over the knees. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Pushing downwards through your hands, your knees, your shins, and the tops of your feet, lift the low belly slightly upwards towards the spine. And on your next inhale, let the belly dip down as the tailbone and the chin come up, looking up. Exhale, draw the tail down, tuck the chin, and round your back. And continue moving through cow pose on the inhale into cat stretch on the exhale. Waking up the spine, starting to move your body at the measure of your breath. Try to go as slowly as your breath will allow you to go. Keep the shoulders away from the ears in both postures and take one more inhale. One more full, complete exhale. When you're done that breath, come back to table. Gazing straight down to the ground, press the space between your shoulder blades slightly upwards towards the sky, and on an inhale, extend your right leg back and your left arm forward. Palm is turning inwards, thumb is pointing upwards. Try to just bring your ankle up to the height of your hip, but no higher, and continue to lift the low belly upwards towards your spine. Keep that ankle directly behind the hip. See if you can take another inhale, stretch the arm and leg longer, lift them both a little higher as you exhale. Set your palm down, not your knee, just your palm. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the heel, open the throat. Exhale, squeeze your knee into your chest as you round the back. Try to bring your forehead towards your knee. And then inhale, extend the leg back, flexing your foot as you gaze up. Exhale, forehead to knee, pointing the toes, rounding the back, and continue through these tiger stretches. So try to keep your toes pointing down and your kneecap pointing down even as that leg goes up and back. And let's do 3 more. And when you're done that third one, come through table and take it back into child's pose. Sit the hips to the heels and relax your whole torso down. If your forehead doesn't make it to the ground, make sure that you're supporting it with your hands or your fists. And just breathe. Good, extending and reaching the arms out, pulling yourself up into a table position. Make sure your ankles are right back behind the knees, lifting through the low belly, and on your next inhale, take your left leg back and your right arm forward. Try to keep looking straight down to the ground. Pull the low belly in. Try to pull that right shoulder back away from the ear. Good, take another inhale, stretch it out even longer, and as you exhale, lower the palm down. Don't lower the leg though. Inhale, lift the chin and the heel up. Exhale, point your toes, squeeze your knee into your chest, forehead to knee, and continue moving through these tiger stretches on the left side. Try to go as slowly as your breath will allow you to go. So as you lift the leg on the inhale, you look up. As you squeeze the knee in, look at the knee and pull the belly towards the spine. Try not to turn your left toes out to the left as your left leg goes back. Last two. And when you're done that last one, come back to table. Slide the knees back a couple inches, tuck your toes, and let's stretch it out in downward dog. Lifting the hips high, pressing the heels down one at a time. Relax the head. Just let it hang. Good. Try to push the armpits towards the ankles. And then inhale, rise onto the toes, soft knees, looking forward. Let your feet come to your hands. And then inhale, look to the horizon, trying to lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, looking up past your thumbs. Palms touch, bring your hands down through your heart. Take a full inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Exhale, swan dive slowly forward. Chin draws in. Look forward, lengthening the spine. Plant both your hands, step back to the top of a push-up. Keep the shoulders right over the wrists, and if you need a modification, simply set the knees down on the ground. Pull the low belly up towards the spine. Look forward as you inhale and lower slowly with control. Curling into your cobra. Keep the elbows in, hands beside the chest. Try to straighten your legs. Press the tops of all 10 of your toes down. Inhale a little higher. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Breathe deeply and breathe slowly. Good. On the inhale, lift the right leg up behind you. Try not to turn your toes to the right. Point them down to the ground as you flex your foot. Inhale that right leg even higher. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Wiggle your left foot back as far as it'll go. Make sure that in between your two heels, two of your own fists would fit there. And then push your left heel back behind you as you sink your hips down towards the ground. Keep lifting the chest away from the thigh. Keep lifting the chin away from the chest. Good. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, plant both your palms flat on your mat. Pick your right foot up to join your left and press back to downward dog. On the inhale, allow the left leg to lift up now, nice and slow. Push out through the heel. Good. Inhale the left leg even higher. Exhale, big step forward. Take it into your lunge. So adjust your feet to a hip distance stance, walking the left foot out to the left, wiggling that right foot back as far as it'll go. Settle your hips down towards the earth, but press the back of that right thigh towards the sky above you. And breathe. Focus the eyes. Keep pushing out through that right heel. Keep softening both hips down towards the ground. Take another full inhale, and as you exhale, plant both your palms flat on your mat, and now inhale, left foot joins the right. Press back to downward dog. And breathe. Inhale up onto the toes, knees bend as you look forward, and let your feet come forward in between your two palms. Flatten the back as you look forward, and then fold over the legs. Walk your feet together so your big toes touch. Start to bend your knees, squeezing those thighs together. Sit your hips as low as they'll go. Try not to unbend the legs. Keep squeezing those legs together, and as you inhale, reach forward and up. Lift those arms up as high as they'll go. Point your tailbone down. Pull that low belly back towards the spine. See if you can get your torso at a 90-degree angle to those thighs. On the inhale, straighten your legs, reach up. Exhale, take the back bend and hold it. Push the hips forward, lift the chest up. Inhale, come all the way up, and as you exhale, clasp the hands, turn your palms to face the sky, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, keeping those legs together. Inhale, rise to the toes, squeeze the legs together. Try to let all 10 of your toes equally take the weight here. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower your heels down. Inhale, press up to the palms, look up. Exhale, swan dive. Come all the way down. Look out in front of you, lengthening the spine, and then plant both your palms flat on your mat and step, walk, or hop back to the top of a push-up. And again, if you need the modification, simply settle the knees, shoulders forward over wrists. So bring the shoulders forward. Try to make your body into a straight line. From the shoulders to the hips, right back to those heels. So Lily, bring your shoulders forward so you're in a straight line. Good. Keep lifting through the low belly, and as you inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower slowly down. Curling into your cobra. Squeeze those legs together, pull your shoulders down and away from your ears. Pull your heart forward, stretch your toes back. Push into the hands, inhale just a little higher. Exhale, lower your forehead, tuck your toes. Inhale, top of a push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, lift the right leg slowly up. Push out through the heels, spread your toes. Inhale that right leg a little higher, and then big step forward with that right foot. Same position as last time. This time, left hand a little closer to the right foot as the right arm comes out like a wing. Look at your thumb. Wait for the inhale and start to lift that right arm up. Try to stay off that left wrist. So grip with your fingerprints and push the earth away from you. Press your left leg towards the sky. Soften both hips forward and down. Try to get your right knee over your right ankle. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, lower the arm. Plant both palms. Inhale to the top of a push-up. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Try to keep your wrist crease parallel with the top edge of your mat, avoiding turning your hands inward or outward too much. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Hips level, toes spread. Take another inhale and then big step forward with the left foot. Walk that left foot over to the left, wiggle that right foot back. Try to get your right leg as straight as you can. Make sure that your feet are hip distance width apart, and then right hand comes a little closer, left arm like a wing. Look at your thumb, inhale, lift the left arm. Spiral your chest, open to the left. Stay really light on those right fingerprints. Push the earth away. Good, inhale that left arm even higher, and as you exhale, lower the arm. Plant your hands shoulder distance apart. Inhale, top of a push-up, and back to downward dog. Try to create as much space between your fingers as you can, not just thumb and pointer, but all of the fingers spreading wide. Walk your hands towards your feet. So hands walking back slowly, one at a time. Separating your feet to at least a hip distance stance, big toes slightly turned in. Bring a little bit of weight into your toes as you let your whole upper body dangle. Let your head just hang heavy. Let everything go. The knees are bent so they're not locked out. Take your hands, clasp them at the small of the back, interlacing the fingers there. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you straighten the arms, and begin to draw the arms away from your back. Let your head just hang heavy. Still letting weight come into your toes, not just your heels. Take another inhale, stretch the arms a little bit further. As you exhale, release the arms down. Bring your hands to a shoulder distance width, and as you look at your toes, start to walk your hands forward. So try to look at your feet. Look at your feet. Relax your head. Walk your hands all the way forward until you're back in downward dog. Turn your big toes slightly in and press the heels down. Good, inhale, rise to the toes, soft knees, look forward, and let your feet come forward to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Walk your feet together, big toes touch. Bend your knees, sit the hips low, squeeze the thighs together, inhale, back into chair. So the space between your heels isn't too great. Try to keep your feet parallel to each other. Squeeze those knees and thighs together. Can you bring the arms beside the ears? Can you look up between your hands? Now looking forward or maybe slightly down, lift your heels up off the ground. Keep squeezing those thighs together. Bend your knees just a tiny bit deeper. Taking another deep breath in, and with your exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, straighten the legs, take the back bend. Exhale and fold all the way down. Looking out in front of you as you inhale, separating your feet to hip distance, taking a grip on your toes or your ankles or your calves. Start to pull yourself down into an active forward bend. Making sure if you're holding your big toes that you've taken a good grasp of them with your first two fingers and thumbs. And you're using the strength of your arms to pull your chest towards your thighs. Pulling up on your toes with the same intensity that your toes are pushing down into your fingers. Lift your hips up away from your heels. without lifting up. Take another inhale to elongate the spine without lifting up. As you exhale, pull yourself a little bit deeper. Good, release your bind. Walk your feet together so you can plant both palms and step back to the top of a push-up. Lift through the low belly, shoulders forward, right over your wrists. Look forward as you inhale and lower slowly as you exhale, curling into cobra, holding. So your elbows are hugging into your sides. Squeeze your legs together, pull the shoulders down. Press heavily into the tops of your feet. Good, can you inhale up a little higher and hold it? Not too high, hips are still on the ground. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, lower yourself down, make a pillow with your hands, lie on your left ear, and let your big toes touch and your heels fall out to the sides. Wiggle the hips a few times, side to side, and then just relax. Good. Bring your forehead to your yoga mat. Bring your ankles together. Stretch your left arm straight out in front of you. Bend your right knee and reach back for the top of your right foot or the front of your ankle with your hand. Keeping your foot in a semi-pointed position so your forehead is down right now. Spread your toes. Push into your left palm. Left arm is straight out in front of you, so grip with those fingers. Inhale, send the chin forward, lift through the back of the head. Can you pick your right leg up off the ground and extend your toes towards the sky? So pull the heel away from the buttock and lift that leg up. Keep breathing. Good, one more inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, nice and slow, release, forehead down, release the foot, bring your right arm forward. Bring your left arm back and bend your left knee. Catch the bind. Thighs come back together as you spread your left toes. Really push into the top of your right foot now. Push into your right hand. Inhale, send the chin forward, lift through the back of the head. And then pick up that left leg. Pull the toes to the sky as you push your foot into your hand. Keep lifting your heart away from the ground. Keep lifting your heel away from your buttock. Take one more inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, nice and slow, release down, forehead down. Plant your hands beside your chest. Press ever so slowly to your knees and then take it back into child's pose, hands beside the chest. Sit those hips all the way back, lower your torso, let your whole back round out. Just breathe deeply here. Breathe slowly. Good, reach the arms forward, pull yourself up to your hands and your knees. Bringing the hands forward a little bit or the knees back a little bit, tuck your toes, press it back to your downward facing dog. Lift those hips high as you press the heels down. Inhaling, the right leg lifts up. Exhale, step your right foot to the center space between your two hands. So not out to the side, but into center. You're going to plant your left foot now as you step in a little bit on a 45-degree angle. Still bending right knee over right ankle. Square your hips to the front of your yoga mat and inhale, circle your arms up into your warrior one. Lift the chin, open the throat, pull the shoulders down away from the ears. So your left foot is turning in. That's what's allowing that left hip to come forward. Press your left leg now as straight as you can. But let your right knee come right over top of that right ankle. Push into your right big toe and your inner right heel. And if you need more of a challenge, close your eyes. Pull your shoulders down. Make space there. Take another inhale, really reach up. As you exhale, circle the arms down. Plant your palms, step back to a downward dog. Inhaling, the left leg lifts up. Exhaling, the left foot steps forward. Step the right foot in a little bit. Plant it on a 45. Bend deeply into your left knee. So plant your right foot flat on your mat. Square your hips to the top of your mat. And when you're ready, inhale, take it up into warrior one now on the left side. Good. So to Lily, step your right foot in a little bit. Your right foot, step forward. And then turn your hips forward. Yeah. Get that left knee right over top of that left ankle. Try to lift the chin. Let go of the distractions in front of you. Look to the sky or close your eyes. Straight arms, long neck. Try to keep pushing into that left big toe and left inner heel. Inhale, reach even higher. Exhale, circle the arms all the way down. Plant your palms flat and then step back to downward dog. Hips high, push the chest back, push the heels down. And breathe. Good. Inhale onto the toes, soften the knees, look forward, and let your feet float forward to the space between your hands. Inhale, look to the horizon. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, looking up. Palms come together, bring your hands through to your heart. Close the eyes for a moment as you breathe. Good. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Lift up your right toes and try to spread them out as much as you can. And try not to turn your toes out. Try to keep your feet looking like the number 11. Take a little step back with your left foot and be on the ball of your foot. We want a strong right leg now as we move into our warrior three. So when you're ready, lift that left leg off the ground. Flex your foot, push out through the heel. And now let your shoulders come down as your left ankle lifts up behind you. Try to keep them moving at the same time. Picture yourself like a teeter-totter. Try to keep your torso in line with that extended left leg. So you don't want to bring your upper body parallel to the ground if your left leg's only on a 45. Take your arms out like wings. And then back slightly like jet airplane wings. Do your best to keep your neck in line with your spine. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Good. As you inhale, slowly come up. Place your left foot next to your right. And just walk it out gently. And then stand in mountain. Take a couple of deep breaths. Letting go of the need to judge yourself in the posture, compare yourself to anyone else. Our balance is different day after day. Try not to be frustrated if you find it difficult. So let's lift the left toes, spread them out, relax them down. Hands to the hips, see something. Right foot's gonna step back a little bit. So we're gonna start to really power up this left leg. And when you're ready, the right foot comes up. Flex it and hinge now. Push out through the heel. Take the arms out like wings. And then back into those jet airplane wings. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Send the crown of the head out in front of you. Push that right heel back behind you. Good. On your next inhale, slowly begin to come up, placing the right foot next to the left, and just walk in place for a moment. And then stand in Tadasana. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and swan dive forward. Come all the way down. Look out in front of you as you inhale, and then plant your palms. Step back to plank pose as you exhale. Lower your right knee down to the ground. Bring it forward under your hip, and then plant your left foot directly behind that right foot. So we start with our toes pointing to our arch, and then we bring our right hand in to line up with the knee as well. So now with all 4 points all in a straight line, you can determine whether this is too difficult or you need to slide the right foot back like a kickstand. You can join Rita, but make sure if you're stacking your feet, you're flexing them. But try to have everything in a straight line as that left arm then reaches up to the sky. And those of you that have been there already are going to be here for a little bit. So let's roll the left shoulder back. Can you look at your thumb? Turn your palm towards Detroit. Take the arm now over the ear. Can you start to bring a bit more weight into that right hand and lift the left leg up? You can do this if the legs are straight as well. Push out through the heel. Keep spiraling your chest up towards the sky. If you've lifted that left leg, nice and slow, lower it back down, either stacking the feet or planting the sole of the foot. Inhale, left arm towards the sky. Look down towards that right hand, lower your left hand, lower your left knee, widen your hands back to shoulder distance. Inhale, lift the chin and the tailbone. Hold your cow, push your chest through the upper arms. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, rounding out the back. Good. Inhale, chin and tail come up. Exhale, take it up into cat. One more time, inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. And neutral table. Left knee is already where it needs to be unless you are working with straight legs on both sides as you pivot and plant the right foot. Or you're bringing your left hand in first as you roll onto the outer edge of both feet and stack the feet, one on top of the other. If you need your left foot like a little kickstand behind you, slide it back and then take your right arm, stretch it to the sky. Stack your shoulders. Don't turn the arm just yet. Roll that right hip back, roll the right shoulder back. Now rotate your palm to Detroit and take the arm over the ear. So Tilili, make sure your hand's under your shoulder. Your left hand is under your left shoulder. Grip with those left fingers. Can you lean into your left hand? Some of you did this on the other side. You're lifting that right leg up. You can do this with both legs straight as well, lifting that right leg up. Breathe. Try not to bend that left arm, but try not to lock out the elbow either. Push the earth away. If you've lifted the right leg, nice and slow, set the foot down. Inhale, lift the right arm. Looking down, lowering the hand and the knee down, bring your hands back to shoulder distance, and inhale, lift the chin and the tail. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin and the tail. Rounding out your back, pull the belly in tight to the spine. Let your big toes come together now. Take your knees to the edges of your mat and let your hips melt towards your heels. Let your chest and your head come down. Let yourself just relax down onto your forearms here, because we're going to see if we can take the knees wider a little bit. So notice how the hips feel right now. Do you have the ability to take your knees wider, maybe onto the grass off the edges of your mat? Keep pushing your hips towards your heels. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly. Keep pushing your hips towards your heels so your forearms are supporting you. Can you widen your knees more? Can you push your hips back more? Find your edge. Good. On an inhale, lifting the head, slowly coming from forearms back up to palms. Bring your knees back in. Slide the knees back a couple inches, tuck the toes, press it back to downward dog. Good. Step your left foot in between your hands and walk your hands around to the right, stopping when you're facing the east. Plant your palms. Start to widen your feet. How wide can you get them? How low can you drop your hips? So keep walking those feet apart until they tell you they can't go any further. Are you low enough to relax down to your forearms? Make sure that your hips stay in line with your ankles though if you are, otherwise stay on your palms. Relax your head now. Just let it hang. Try to keep your hips and your ankles in line. Engage those inner thighs so your feet aren't going to slide out from underneath you. Good. As you inhale, look forward. As you exhale, if you drop to your forearms, come back up to your palms. And if you're low enough, you might be able to take it to seated from here, reaching one hand behind you to lower down. And if you're not low enough to do that, walk your feet in, make your way into that wide-legged position in a more reliable way. Push out through the heels. Try not to round your back. So lift the chest, point the toes up, fingerprints come down to the ground. Lengthening upwards through the crown as you inhale. Begin to walk the hands forward as you exhale. Push out through the heels. How far forward can you get your chest to go? Don't round your back. It's not about forehead to the earth. It's about chest forward in front of you. When you can't go any further, relax your head. Close your eyes. Push out through the heels. Spread your toes. And just breathe. Good. As you inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, pause. Inhale, walk your hands towards you. Take your hands back behind you, lean into your hands, and take those legs forward and shake it out. Draw your knees into your chest. Take a grip on the back of those legs. Squeeze your legs together, lift your feet. Lift your arms if you can. Spread your toes. Take another inhale, lift that heart higher. Exhale, lower the feet. Plant your hands about a foot or so behind you. Push into those hands and feet. Inhale, reverse your table. And if you can look up or relax your head back. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, look forward, lower your hips. Inhale, boat. Lift the heart, squeeze those legs together. Can you grab your big toes? Can you extend those legs straight out? Can you widen your legs? Roll a little forward to the front edge of those sitting bones. Inhale, legs together. Release those toes, hold your boat, legs up. Good, take another inhale. Exhale, lower your legs, bring the soles of your feet together. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. And lean the heart forward. So don't round your back, try to bring your heart forward. When you can't go any further, relax your head down. Good, as you inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, pause. Inhale, come all the way up. Release the feet. Let's turn to face the front of our mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs, squeezing in. And then pull your chin towards your chest. Good, inhale, lift the chin, come onto the tiptoes and come up into one last round of boat. Lift that heart. Take one more inhale. Exhale, cross your legs. Plant your hands. Step back to downward dog. And take a moment here, stretch it out. Good, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, lower your knees. Slide your hands back so they're just in front of your knees. Keep them at that shoulder distance apart. And take your head now onto the ground, away from your hands, the same distance your hands are wide widthwise. So hands are at shoulder distance. So to Lily, wide hands. Spread your fingers. Take the top of your head down. And try to have all 3 points equidistant from each other. Hug your elbows in. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. So Kathleen, bring your hands back now. More. Good. Keep those elbows right over the wrists. Some of you are going to tuck your toes and straighten your legs. Some of you are good just as you are. Can you walk your feet closer to your face? Keep your elbows in. You might even want to watch, Lily. So your head and your hands need to all be the same distance wide. So if you can walk the feet in, the knees can rest on the arms. Maybe you can lift the legs away from the arms. Maybe you're good. Whoop! With your knees, I'm fine. I've fallen out of plenty of headstands, so keep those elbows in. Dennis, can you bring your legs up higher, a little straighter? Good. No pain should be felt in your neck here. Good. Can you let your knees come back onto your arms? Now I got a little challenge for you guys. Bring your big toes together. Start to let your weight settle back a little bit more into your hands. Can you let your head come up into a crow? Can you transfer that weight? Oh, it was so there, Kenny. Good try. Good try. Take it back into child's pose. Take a little break. Good work. Good. Long, deep breathing here. Good. Hands to either side of your head. Push into your palms. Slowly come up. Good. So I know that the shade is really moved. If you guys who are really in the sun want to take yourselves back into a slightly shadier area, we're going to come onto our back at this point. We're going to do a couple twists and we'll be taking rest. So if you don't want to take shavasana in the sun, move yourself to a bit more shade. And once you're down on your back, your knees can come into your chest. Take a little rocking from side to side. Good. Rock back to center. Set your feet on the ground. Cross your left leg over your right leg, knee over knee. So knee over knee. Arms to a T. So left over right, not right over left. So Sarah, switch it up, left over right. Good. Shift your hips just a couple inches to the left and look out to the left. Turn your head. Take a deep breath in. Start to lower your legs over to the right. So some of you may find having those legs completely tightly crossed is causing your left shoulder to pull away from the ground. You can uncross your legs instead and just stack them. Palms can face the sky or the ground, your choice. Breathe. And every time you breathe out, see if you can relax your low back just a little bit more. Good. Take another really deep breath in, and as you exhale, let all of that air go. And now inhale, come back to center, head and knees. Uncross your legs, shift your hips to center. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Shift your hips a couple inches to the right, turn your head to the right, deep breath in, and relax your legs all the way to the left. Palms can be up or down. Just breathe here. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Soften that low back as much as you can. Really just surrendering your whole body to gravity here. Good. Take another really deep breath in and exhale to expel all that air out. And then inhale, come up through center. Uncross the legs, shift your hips to center. Good. Keep your palms pressing down to the ground, but let your knees draw in towards your chest using your abdominal muscles. Bring your heels up to knee height and flex your feet. Good. Arms to a T still. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let your legs go to the right, but hover them as you look to the left. So hold the legs up. Don't let them touch the ground. Push out through the heels. Squeeze your knees together. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch sides. Try to keep squeezing your knees and your ankles together. Right shoulder heavy on the ground. Push into your palms. Inhale to center. And now we move. Knees right, head left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, legs left, head to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Last time, inhale. Legs left, head to the right. This time we're going to inhale, come up, and come all the way into your right side twist, relaxing your feet down. Palms can be up or down, your choice. Relax. Legs to the right, towards the east. Head is turning to the left, towards the west. Try not to have your hands higher than your shoulders. Try to relax your low back here. Maybe it feels slightly differently now. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, let all the air go. Flex the feet, push into your palms. Inhale to center. And now legs towards the bridge as your head turns to the east, relaxing into your twist. Really testing your ability here to block out the distractions, all the sounds coming from around you. Just really focusing on your own body, your own breath, that sense of relaxing and letting go. Press your palms down, and on an inhale, come back to center and wrap your arms around your legs. Draw your forehead up towards your knees. Squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Take one more inhale, hold the breath, squeeze, 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 and relax. Make your way into shavasana, that final pose of rest. So the bugs can be distracting, the noises can be distracting. Just say to yourself, I am not this body, and go inwards. Let all of it go. Let go of the controlled breath. Let your whole body relax. Feet are relaxed. Legs are relaxed. Hips and buttocks are relaxed. Low back, relaxed. Belly, relaxed. Upper back and chest, relaxed. Hands and arms, relaxed. Shoulders and neck, relaxed. Face and scalp, relaxed. The entire body relaxed. The entire body relaxed. I don't have one of our cards right now, but if you look on our Facebook page, the whole schedule is listed there. You're welcome. Take rest. Take rest. Take rest. Starting to reconnect with the world around you, noticing sounds. Deepening your breath. Try to notice the sound of your own breath. And just start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Tiny little movements to start. And then moving your hands and your feet, your wrists and your ankles. Turn your head from side to side. And then as your head rolls through center and your legs slide together, stretch your arms over your head and take a deep breath in. Stretch the body long and then relax and let the arms come down to your sides. Draw your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. Massage your back. Rolling onto your right side, pause here in this fetal position. Just take a moment. Pushing into your left hand and your right elbow, start to make your way slowly up to seated. Try to keep the eyes closed. Ears over shoulders and shoulders over hips, hands together at the heart. Bowing the chin towards the chest, thanking yourself for this gift of yoga here at the end of your day. Sending a silent thank you out to all who came to join you. And as the chin comes back up, the underside of it level with the earth, we finish our practice with the chanting of Om one time. Deep inhale. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides, that place of love, light, truth, and peace. And when you reside in that place in you and I reside in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. If you have any questions, let me know. Next class is Thursday at 7 and then Sunday at 9:30. And then we'll have a more full schedule next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 and 7 p.m. Is there a Saturday class that week? I think a 9:30 Sunday, I think. So we'll see you. And then maybe we'll actually be back in stage 3. But I think when we get to stage 3, some of our classes may be hosted out here, some of the slightly busier ones, weather permitting that is, so that we can have a few more people, because we're maxed out at 14 in the space. So thanks, YouTube friends. Yeah, I totally tumbled. I did land hard. I did not roll.
You did not expect it, did you?
No. I thought I could catch it, but it's like uneven ground,
uneven,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay, good.
I don't usually go up into headstands in that posture.